Okay, we're back. We're gonna go into slime. We're immediately greeted with a very contested area, but we can't be confused, so... Well, we can't be confused by these guys. Because our MR is just too good. So we just tab through it all. That would be really obnoxious if we didn't have the MR to survive that. Right there at the entrance. Of course, when you're confused, you can go up staircases, so it's not so bad. Already on slime 3. And now we're on slime 4. Wow. Yeah. We're gonna blink, because I'm not gonna mess around with a floating eye. We're gonna rest a little bit, we're gonna come back down, and here is the solution. How do we want to kill him? I'm thinking that we want to vulnerability. Unfortunately, he's created this thing. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. This will die in the flames. Let's get the paralysis on this dude. The other one will die in the flames too. Hold on, why are they not dying? What is happening here? I have no idea why they aren't dying from the flames. I have to blink away because one of them's looking at me. I'm gonna make a brother in arms. Cyclops twists and deforms, no problem. Paralysis. Paralysis, got him. This is okay if I get paralyzed, but I probably won't. Let's do some work. And he's dead. Okay. Did not get mutated either. So dissolution can be a little bit of a hiccup. He can be a little bit of a kink in the gears if you run into him. Kind of like a mini TRJ, but as you can see, it worked out. Sorry about the screen flashes, but can't really do anything about that. These slime creatures just make that green flash when they merge. Okay, here's TRJ. And I'm going to go ahead and kill him right here. Even though I usually like to clear the area. Check it out. I'm going to vulnerability. Darn, he hit me and he got hit by my spines. That's okay. Let's... That's not quite working, is it? I'll blink away if I have to. But I would rather not have wasted a haste for this. Okay, we got him. Now I'll actually use might. Well, no, I'm just going to read a summoning. Just whack him. Actually, no, I will use might. Should have used that before, but that's okay. Got him. We're rather hurt. So why don't we just walk on out of here? That was okay. That was slightly inexpertly done. I expected a higher percentage chance to paralyze, considering my insanely high evocations. But he has quite a lot of MR, so... And 28% is still pretty high for TRJ. So it's not like I can complain. We just got a little more hurt than I would have liked. Okay, come on. Come on with this. This is a little much. Heal wounds, fog. Okay, my spiders come to the rescue. Finish that dude with the staff. Let's go rest again. It was just more acid jellies than I was expecting, but I don't know if that was such a great evaluation of the situation, since like I knew that a lot had spawned and I knew that I hadn't cleared the center yet, so that's on me. Gloves of dexterity. Enchant those up. We got the book. Arcblade. Wow, that kind of makes me want to use those short blades. You know, Arcblade used to be insanely broken. I don't know if it is anymore. This is just Amulet of Faith, but better, so we'll swap it off. Lose some faith for now, or lose some piety for now, but it's worth it for the RC Plus benefit. And Arlek if I take the staff off. Anyway, yeah, this Arcblade used to be ludicrously broken. It used to do like several castings of the spell that it's supposed to be casting, which is Static Discharge. But it would do it on a single target. Wow, that seems pretty broken already, and I don't even have any training. Maybe not. Just trying to test it out to see if it's still really good, because I may train short blades if it is. I'm gonna go in the vaults real quick. Doesn't seem to trigger that often. Oh, manual of long blades. No thanks. Manuals of short blades and long blades. Yeah, so if I hit with the discharge, seems to do decent damage. Not enough to really be worth not just using the staff, honestly. It's not as good as it used to be, as far as I can tell. But it used to be able to one-shot, like, a lot of stuff. it was doing like chain lightning damage to things, effectively. This was a while ago, though. It's too bad I haven't found Gyron Gimli. Now that would make me go to Short Blades. Okay. He just did like max damage to me. With that Bolt of Draining. I don't have any R-neg though, so... Let's walk away. Ideally not eating any LCS from that Annihilator. Go Zag Altar. Very expensive things to buy. Artifacts to buy. One of the benefits of having stealth this high is I can actually walk away from things. Although it's not working out too well in this plate armor. All these artifacts that I just can't afford. Gozag's doing a good job of making me want to convert. Service fee is just too expensive though. Let's just buy this stuff. Who knows if it's good. Okay, Helmet of Intelligence, we don't need that. Gloves of Dex +5, but they're only +1, and they're RC minus. No thanks. Third time's a charm. Hey, that's a good one. I'll take that. Wow, our MR is just getting crazy. Even if I take the staff off now, I've got resistances out the yin-yang, so that's pretty cool. Not sure where my second pip of RF is coming from, though. I've got one from... Oh, I've got two different heat-resistant things. This is either Hellfire or Fireblood, and I'm under the impression it's probably Hellfire. If I had to look it up, I mean... I guess I'm not sure. Let me look. I'm like 99% sure this is the second tier of mutation. This is the second tier. Well... I seem to remember this not being in the beam. Like, I'd have to go on the wiki to look up the actual mutations. 5 facets. 3 mutations. So we got scales, we already have that. Body slot, which is the foot, you know, the foot talons. 2 tier 2 facets and 1 tier 3. So I think that Night Stalker is tier 2 and Spines is definitely tier 2. So that means that the thing that we have left is tier 3. So it has to be Hellfire rather than Fiery Blood. But I'm not so sure about that because Fiery Blood might be tier 3 as well. I think it's tier 2 though. Anyway, we may not find out until XL 27. Something invisible. So this is pretty cool. Cannot be marked. Usually I don't have enough AC in here to totally avoid being marked. Oh, come on, don't pass out. Oh, we're slow. I'm gonna fear this stuff. Walk away. Not prepared to fight a deep elf annihilator while slow. Okay, this should be interesting. How about we open up with a cloud since we have such a nice little engage here. A nice little area. Looked kind of perfect to stick a cloud on all those guys at the same time, is what I'm saying. Just looking at artifacts real quick. I like to make sure I haven't missed anything. It looks like I have not. Kind of want to level to 27 on this character just to see what I get. That's half the fun, really. On a Demonspawn. Oh boy, it's Menace. He has successfully silenced me. We'll just make some spiders and go to work on them. I didn't have to make a Trog's friend there, but it was useful. I try not to mess around with Menace. Honestly, minions are not the best way to take him out since he can mass confuse. But I was actually trying to hope for the net as well. I mean, I could have used the actual net, but it's nice when something gets webbed and is then surrounded by dudes. Didn't quite get that, but that's fine. Took him down all the same. Alright, let's not spend resources for no reason. I can just walk away from this fight and reset it. Nice random energy, dude. We'll use acid on this guy. I like to kill wizards as soon as possible. Anything with LCS I really like to kill, especially if it's easy to kill, which it usually is. Really anything but a ancient lich or a lich tends to be pretty fragile if it has LCS. Even ogre magi are fairly fragile. Just gotta emulate this stuff. Nice little room full of them. Seems like a waste not to. Hey, wand of digging. I like to see that. I'm gonna drop this paralysis and keep the one with more charges. Doesn't seem to be anything else to drop, really. Well, holy word. We don't need that. Functions as torment on me, so no thanks. Okay, that's vaults 2. Just keep going. Oh, why don't we check out this Lajatong real fast? Which I didn't notice. Anti-magic. And it's better than my existing one, so cool. Wow, I'm trying to go to vaults 3, please. Thank you. I'll be happy to explode this stuff. Okay, that's it. I'm just going to use the... There we go. Since this stuff didn't want to die. Whole reason I used the immolation was for convenience, but it was getting a little bit inconvenient. Usually, immolation is just a convenience tool. If you're playing 100% optimally, you should think of immolation more tactically than just, hey, I want to kill a big pile of things. If you're using it like that, you're probably making a mistake. Or you're playing suboptimally. It might not be a mistake, but you're not doing the optimal thing. Actual optimal uses of immolate, you could surround something with your own minions and then immolate. You could use it in your trees to take out a big section of forest, which then creates a forest fire that kills a large number of things that you might otherwise have a problem with. I appreciate that or I enjoy doing that in layer 6 usually. Really, those are the two main uses. If there's something in front of you that's easy and something behind it that's hard that you think you're going to have a problem with, I mean, that's pretty good. It's extremely powerful, mainly because Conjure Flame is extremely powerful. So, you know. Oh man, I'm going to cloud this stuff. We still don't have a particularly great way of killing things on this character that are behind other things. I mean, we have wands, we have acid, we have clouds. It just doesn't feel ideal in the way that Biog Smite or the way that like a Javelin of Penetration feels. Try to rocket through the rest of vaults, maybe even vaults 5. I think this character could do Vaults 5 pretty easily. Did I spy a Flayed Ghost in there? Maybe not. Oh, yes I did. Nice try, Convoker. Nothing to summon. On that floor. Almost 200 hit points, not bad. Shouldn't have too much of a problem in Vaults 5, but unfortunately I can't really fight at the staircase like I like to, because I have no way of killing Vault Wardens that are way far off on the other side of the screen. On the other hand, I have... What am I thinking? I have Night Stalker. So my line of sight isn't that big to begin with. Still only Night Stalker 2. That's still a significant loss reduction. Let's just make sure we have plenty of lightning, plenty of acid, things that break through, you know. Okay, done with Vaults 4. Okay, let's get those wands. Looks like we only have a couple wands of lightning to grab. Go ahead and buy this wand of lightning from Orc. And let's just, oh wait, was my inventory full? It sure was. What to drop? I'll just drop these royal jellies. It's okay because I'm going to use up like all these wands by the time I'm done with Vaults 5, or throw them away. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it without even using haste first. And we'll see how many we can get. Not very many. Yeah, that line of sight really doesn't let me do this trick very much. Okay, well let's go ahead and acid this guy. The explosions start, but I have RF++, so it's okay. I'm gonna just continue to use attacks on this guy with wands. Well, oddly enough, he hasn't locked off the door yet, so why don't we just leave? Nice. Now we're going to take the hatch. Oh boy. No need to disturb that guy's slumber just yet. Oh, thanks for making so much noise, Vault Bro. Sack of spiders. I'll lightning bolt through these dudes because I want this demonologist dead. It's too much noise already happened anyway, so... Okay, let's see if we can rest. We got most of our hit points back. Stealth is kicking in as well. Just tap through this stuff. Okay, this scares me. We'll just anti-magic. He's been anti-magicked, although he was able to cast anyway because he's a dirty cheater. I'm just kidding, there's not a 100% chance that anti-magic works. Okay, we got another one. Take a step forward. Thankfully, he is not an LCS guy, so his ability to kill me super fast is lessened. He hasted himself, so now he can fail to cast magic twice as fast. Oh man. I'm gonna heal wounds and I'm gonna... Whoa! He's doing some work on me now. He got a really good orb of destruction on me. That lightning bolt. Why don't we just walk away and let Trog's buddy take him out? Down he goes. You know, I didn't really want to fight two liches at the same time. Didn't sign up for the double ancient lich special, but they showed up back to back nonetheless. But, you know, that can happen in here. Which, if you think about it, makes Vaults 5 pretty much as dangerous as Zot 5, you know? I mean, on Zot 5 you have like 3 things that make the level hard. Well, it's more like 5 things, but the main 3 contenders are Orb Guardians, Ancient Liches, and Orbs of Fire. Everything else is either popcorn or serves to augment the strength of those 3 enemies. Like the Corn Cob guys will slow you, which by themselves they're not that risky, but in conjunction with those other things becomes terrifying. And then Moths of Wrath serve to make Orb Guardians really tough, crazy, and, you know, murderous. But the Ancient Liches and the Orbs of Fire act on their own, really. Well, I guess if the Corn Cob slows you, then that helps. But what I'm really saying here is that Ancient Liches are a significant portion of the Vaults 5 threat. So the fact that they can be here and be here in abundance, it makes you think twice about rolling into Vaults 5. Alright, we want to use Curing. We want to use Positive Energy. I'm going to Berserk real quick. Hopefully nothing shows up after all this stuff is gone. And of course something does. See if we can finish this guy off without dying. Yeah, we're fine. Whoops, I didn't mean to take my plate off. So we have Shadow Dragon Scales now. I guess I'm gonna, I guess I'll just enchant it up and we'll see where that takes me. It can be enchanted up to +10, so if I happen to find 7 more enchant armors, I guess I'll swap off the plate mail magic resistance. Because otherwise we would be going from, well, 58 AC to 51 AC, which is just not acceptable. I'm not going to lose 8 AC just for stealth. Maybe on Zaw 5. Although we do have all the MR we'd ever need, so the fact that it's MR plus doesn't matter even a little bit anymore. Magic, curing, resistance. I don't actually need magic. Okay. Hey, potion of experience. Always worth buying. And a bunch of preps, too. Okay, well, we'll drink that. Just train the stuff we've been... Nah, you know what? I'll train some dodging. Immediately gain a point of EV. And we're now surrounded by darkness. That's Night Stalker 3. Only a few more levels left rather, before we get Hellfire. This sounds pretty fun. I think it's going to be Hellfire. We'll find out. Okay, this was rather contested still. Let's roll on out of here. Heal up and then come back. Ooh. Another one of these guys. Got him. So that's 3 Ancient Liches on this floor. Usually I don't see more than like 1 or 2, but I wouldn't really call it too out of the ordinary to find 3 or more. It's just whatever the level decides to spawn. So if you can't handle an Ancient Lich, probably don't even come in here. Like, you need to have a plan. Yep, there's the 4th. Very, very, very anti-magicked. Why don't we pull him up? Oh, he died on my spines. That's funny. We still have 4 pips of MR, by the way, when we take off the elemental staff, so it's still enough to be immune to everything an Ancient Lich can do, hex-wise. A lot of nice stuff available here, and we're going to save for it instead of buying it now because I want that haste more than I want anything else in here. There's also a potion of cancellation that I neglected to put on the list. Let's do that. We'll go back in a minute once I clear the rest of the level. We should have a significant amount more gold, enough to buy most, if not all of that stuff, depending on what all's in these final 2 squares. Why don't we identify some things? Finger protection. Three slots left. This is fine. Okay. Well, there's the field over there. So, don't need to shop around for that anymore. But yeah, as you can see, we're playing a rather different game with this severely limited line of sight. We really could have taken this in a different direction, but I just don't think stealth is optimal. Wait, what happened to my stuff that was on this list? That's weird. I just kind of went off my shopping list. I must have fat-fingered it somehow. Anyway, that's Volts 5. Let's just run into Elf real quick. Shouldn't take too long to clear this out. Be a nice little capstone to this video. Oh, come on. There we go. As far as after this, well, Depths, Zot, Ascent, still haven't really decided who I'm going to swap to. I may actually stick with Trog. Maybe not. Again, with this little of loss, I don't know how concerned I really am about getting warped into a lung, because I can just fog, you know, and then teleport, and they only have a few turns, maybe 8-ish. I haven't really counted. It's more than usual. Usually it's around 3, but it becomes something like 8 or 10 in Zot. But I have 5 heal wounds that I could be chugging the whole time. Of course, the real problem is if the place is totally unexplored when I hit the Zot trap, then I have to teleport out of the thing entirely, and that's a taller order. What a shapeshifter. High hit die. I see some artifact plate mail there I can check out. That's really good. Of course, that means that ancient liches can paralyze me now, but I think it's worth it. And I can just use this elemental staff if need be. I mean, this thing has Slay +2 on it, which is nice, and Synv, so I can stop swapping, and it even has a stealth bonus. Mara, Lord of Illusions. It's gonna be Mara, Lord of getting owned by paralysis. There we go. So many potions for sale. Okay, we'll walk away from the Hellfire. Put some clouds on these guys. I will lightning bolt this thing. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I will. We take out the Hellion, but not the guy he's attached to. I just want to reset all this. And make these dudes wander away. I don't know about all this. Quite a lot of really powerful elves I'm engaging right now at the same time. Of course, half of them aren't noticing me as such, and so I was able to lure this Blade Master at least. Oh boy, Crystal Spear is repelled. I could be anti-magicking these guys, but honestly, I just want to kill them faster. Okay, this is fine. We can tank this stuff. Okay, not bad. Haven't gotten LCS yet. A little surprising that we haven't eaten a big pile of damage from one of these guys. Okay, this is a little questionable. I'm gonna try it. I don't want to scatter shot if things go badly. Oh man, they're in a line. Can't resist. Okay, there it is. Alright, we're gonna scatter shot. Man, these evokers are really doing some work for me in here. Okay, we'd rather not fight more than one Annihilator at the same time. Hasn't given me much choice though, has it? Okay, we're out of that wand. Oh wow, we do have Hellfire. Alright. Boom. We're a Hellfire guy now. That's fun. I didn't see that I'd gotten that. Finding it this early, usually you don't get it until like level 27. Finding it at this point is hilarious. It's still early enough to use it on things that die to it in 5 seconds. Although, you can use it to kill orbs of fire if you want to. Only downside is it makes me rather hungry, and it does hurt me. But man, it's so good. And it actually does more damage the higher leveled I am, I believe. Hey, Phantom Mirror, that's cool to have. Oh, can't wear boots. We have talons for feet. Can't do that. It's cool. Another scatter shot. We'll drop this one for now. I'm sure we'll come back for it once we need more charges. Wow, most of the prizes in here were books, which is not great, but plenty of cool stuff for sale. Why don't we get some... Tin potions of haste. And, yeah, that'll finish out the video. I will decide what's going on with the God Swap next game. Again, we very well might stick with Trog just for convenience. This is one of those characters where I'm not super worried about the end game. Even if I get teleported, the whole line of sight restriction thing really makes things better. But it would be optimal for me to swap off Trog. I just have so much resistance, it just seems unlikely that I could die. Unless, like, the absolute worst combination of things happens in a row. I'm gonna... Wow, I almost want to swap on positive energy, since that's like the one thing we're lacking that's important, is our neg. I wish we could swap to Zen. That would be cool. But we can't. We are Demonspawn. But yeah, I'll figure that stuff out in between videos. But until next time, I'm signing out.